Hello there fellow humans and welcome to this video, and today I want to talk about the British bundlers in the shop right now, and they're all the way down here, because obviously Wargaming needs to sell their shitty crates first. So what we have here is we have the Chieftain, the FE 201 and the Cromwell B for 9,000. We also have them on their own down here for 6,000 and 3,000 each. So basically it suggests you get the Cromwell for free, but I wouldn't value the Chieftain anything above 5k. So you're kind of paying what they're worth in this bundle. They're equipped, so you're getting even here, I guess, with this sort of bundle. Also, you get the camos, you get the ×5s, but they're useless, obviously, because they only apply to the tanks, and you would need gold to then convert that free XP. But now, let's talk about the tanks, and let's start off, obviously, with the Chieftain. That has recently gotten buffed. Now it's 2,600 DPM and 225 alpha damage. So it's more of a premium Carnarvon now than the Action X is, even though it has 300 DPM less. Now, it has 10 degrees of gun depression. It has decent mobility. It's like T57 heavy +1. So that is nice. The armor on the turret is very strong. However, you have this massive cupola, so you need to try and wiggle it, but that doesn't really work because the cupola is just massive, and you can only expect very inaccurate tanks like IS-3s, IS-3 Defenders to actually miss that. And the hull armor is nah. So, I'd say, let's play it. So, here we are in the battle. I don't know why my loading times are so damn long at the moment, but thanks, Wargaming. So, anyway, that is not going to be it. Since when the hell is the Black Prince that fast? What the hell? But yeah, now what we're going to do is we're going to obviously go to that ridge in the middle, and our team has already gotten a disadvantage there because we don't have control of the middle ridge, really. We're just sitting over here. Hello there. You'd like to die? Okay, let's do that then. Now, 225 alpha damage for a heavy tank isn't really that great. I mean, 190 is horrible, 225 is somewhat bearable, because obviously the T2065 has it as well. So you can work with it to a certain degree. However, you have to be quite careful how you use the tank, because obviously you will be out-traded by a lot of the other heavies, and with a medium you can only go blow for blow in that sense, so trading isn't really a good thing. You need to have the game awareness to be able to outplay your enemies and to be able to put in 2 shots while they only put in 1. So the CDC is going to be quite a big problem over there. Well, unless he peaks like that, then he won't be much of a problem anymore. But now we are down to 3 because, as I said right at the beginning, there is not much match control, and yeah, there is not much map control. And if you don't have that, then all they have to do is simply overwhelm you, and then you're dead. Now, obviously, the problem was that I had the loading time for like an hour, but then again, I can't do much about that, and if they up there can't hold it, then that is not my problem. Okay. I think the Tiger is a bit mad, but that is, well, happens. So now the Yaw is very dead, which is very bad. However, the CDC is also going to be very dead, which is good. And now we can take out him. Now the penetration on this tank is quite meh, so we're going to have to be quite careful here. And that's the CDC, I think. Like, well, it can't be the Helsing because it was only 1 shot. And now I don't have a driver anymore, which is quite unfortunate. But as you can see, I'm doing quite decently here for not having a driver. We're going to use the adrenaline here, and shit, the Black Prince is now dead. That is not very good, but the Tiger 2 is down there, and I don't have an ammo rack and the driver. And I don't have any hull armor, which means it is not very likely for me to actually win this fight. Got the ammo rack back, got the driver back, and I'm dead now. Wonderful. Or not. Or I am. Anyway, well, that was that. But, well, you can see that you can fight quite well with this tank. However, you don't necessarily want to put it in the front line too much, because obviously at that point you're going to be wrecked quite a lot because you don't have any hull armor, so you want to go hull down and you want to use it from there, and you don't necessarily want to be frontlining the entire time either. Yeah, mate, I don't like you. So let's talk about the FV201 as well. I don't think it's a very good tank, to be honest. It does have 3000 DPM, but DPM isn't always everything. You need a good package of everything. It does have 8 degrees of gun depression, but basically no armor whatsoever, and only 160 alpha damage. So it isn't really gonna work for high damage games to actually do well with. Sure, you can get 1000 damage a battle easily, but everything above that is gonna be quite hard. But anyway, let's play it. So, here we go, and we're in a tier 8 battle, and that's really bad, because with 160 alpha damage, I pretty much have the lowest alpha damage on the entire map, besides the Centurion as well, which doesn't really help when you also don't have any armor. The problem with that is that when you don't have a lot of alpha damage, you don't have a lot of armor, you're gonna get traded a lot, which means you shoot them, they shoot you, you pen them, they pen you, and then you lose 400 HP, and they lose 190. So, isn't really that good of a tank in that sense. Obviously, it can be decent if you know what you're doing, but that is very few people these days. And the point there is that as a premium, it is quite disappointing, because also with the penetration, especially in tier 8 battles, you have to fire a lot of APCR, because 171mm isn't going to get you through some tier 7 heavies even. And then only having that little alpha damage, you're going to have to fire a lot of APCR rounds, and firing APCR doesn't make you credits, especially if you miss. But I'm trying to snapshot him here because, you know, he can out-trade me. The T-29 can out-trade me. I am dead. I actually bounced something, that is rare. Basically I have to shoot him twice to gain any advantage on him. And if he just simply peeks like that, then it's going to be very hard to do that. Like, obviously the average player's intelligence is that of a wet watermelon, but still, I'm talking about the best case scenario here of your enemy is actually competent. Which is quite rare, but there you go. The Tiger now shot me. He's now going to reload, and then 117 damage with the APCR to his front, which isn't very that good, you know? And that's really a problem, because doing 100 damage a shot, and then you have to pay for that shot, isn't really great for making crits, and isn't really much fun either, because then you need 10 shots to kill a Borsig, which is a bit underwhelming. Well, you could use HE and you need like 9, but still. Oh, well, I did hit him, but... By the way, if you do that, then it's not the game hating you. It is simply you hitting a part of the tank where the track is, but the armor isn't. You know, like the track goes down further than the armor of the tank. So you're basically shooting into the track, but the shell passes through the bottom of the tank, you see? There is a quite big gap between the hull and the track, so if you shoot too low, you're not going to actually do any damage because you're not hitting any of the armor. That is something to note there. What is also to note is the Cromwell. I'm not going to play it because it's tier 6, but it is a very fun tank, and maybe that one could be considered buying if it's for like 2k in the shop, but it isn't, so it's only available in the big bundle, and 9,000 for the big bundle. I don't know, it doesn't seem to be too great, especially with this tank being extremely meh. And the Chieftain only being a decent tank. So my recommendation for this bundle is just wait for Black Friday. Just wait for Black Friday. That's all I'm saying. You know, you can get the T482 there, which is the best tier 8. Once you have the best tier 8, you can, after that you can buy whatever you want, but you gotta start at the top. So yeah, hope you don't forget to like and subscribe as well. And that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. See you for the next one. Goodbye.